Hi guys, it's Lee Farnell again, video number 3. Last video we spoke about getting in the zone and the mental preparation and recalling the best game you've ever played. We also spoke in the session about applying pressure, handling pressure. Of course, if you're in the zone, you can handle pressure way better than if you're outside the zone and overexcited. But the other side of it is, remember we talked about performance equals potential minus interference. And so we want to actually create interference for the opposition, but minimize interference within ourselves. So one of the things that we talk about in handling pressure is breathing. So in a game at times when you start to feel the pressure, one of the things to do is to come back to the now. Remember we talked about dwelling on the dead past, mistakes that are made or things that have gone wrong, particularly in the game or even outside of the game. That's a waste of time. We go learn from it, move on. We don't want to let our brain go too far ahead. Oh God, we're in front. What do we do now? No, we stay calm in the now. When we're in attack, we do the attack. We're in defense, we do the defense. We don't jump ahead. We stay in the now, in the moment, focusing on the process. What's the process that Cover and the coaching team have asked us to be doing in attack? What's the process in defense? Stay in the now. And one of the ways we do that is breathing through the nose. Breathing through the nose 2 or 3 times brings you back to the now, brings you back to calmness. Breathing through the nose brings us back to calmness, brings us back to the moment, and that will help with you handling pressure. At times, the leadership group at times might also be reminding us, in the now, focus on the process. We're going in attack, let's do the perfect attack. Defense, let's defend perfectly. In the now, stay in the process, and watch the magic happen. All we need to do is win more attacks and more defenses than the opposition, and we win the game. So it's attack by attack, defense by defense, moment by moment, stay in the moment, win the game. Let them be under pressure. You apply the pressure to them. And we also talked a bit about playing mind games, which I'm not going to put on video, but you know what I was talking about there. Have some fun with that, see what happens. It's well worth talking about. Some of the guys in the leadership group know what I'm talking about there. So go for it. We also wrote down some of the personal rules you're going to put in place, not only when you are at training camp, in terms of giving 110% and looking after yourself and managing yourself, managing your energy, managing your diet, being very careful what goes in your mouth and in your mind. Social media, we spoke about that as well, not only using the Facebook chat group to communicate with each other, but certainly when we're at the table, we talked about not using phones and also be very careful of overusing it and don't letting it interfere with your sleep in the lead up, well, not only in the lead up to the tournament, but certainly in the tournament itself. The way I talk to my teammates, I'm going to always catch them doing things right. I'm never going to rag them or try and tear them down publicly. If I'm going to have a problem, I'm going to talk to the person or I'm going to talk to the leadership group to sort things out. But most of the time we want to be catching each other doing things right. And if there is any criticism, it is to be done constructively, and that means talking to the person about what you want them to do, or even asking them, what do you think you did well? These are the $2 million questions, by the way. What do you think you did well? And what do you think you could do better? Where do you think you're stuck? How can I help you? How can the coaching staff help you? How do we break that pattern? What are some of the patterns you're doing well? What are some of the patterns you need to work on to take to the next level? In other words, not what are you doing right, what are you doing wrong, where are you stuffing up? But the language is important. What are you doing well? How can you do it differently or better? What did you learn from that game? What do you need to take from that game to bring into the next game? They're all very useful and constructive ways to help someone improve, including yourself. What am I doing well? Where can I do better? Where is my room for improvement? Room for improvement. So you wrote down some points on your personal action plan. Leaders, it would be well worth sitting with some of the players and saying, what did you write in your personal action plan? How are you going with that? What can we do differently or better? How can I support you? How can we as a team support you to help you go to the next level? Remember we talked about the Japanese, Kaizen, Continuous and never-ending improvement. That's the name of the game. How do I continually get better and better and better? What am I doing well? Where else can I improve? How can I take things to the next level? That's a question you can ask the coaching staff, ask Cover, ask the other people in the coaching team, because they are observing you all the time. They're going to see things in your game that you won't necessarily see in your own game. You'll have blind spots, and your job is to make the most of this opportunity to work with the leadership group and work with the coaching staff to help each other go to the next level. There's a great quote by a Frenchman which says, "We are each one-winged angels. Only when we combine do we fly." And so the more you guys combine, work with each other, help each other to discover how to go to the next level, the higher you'll all fly. Hope this helps. Keep moving ahead. Keep it up, Aussies. Well done.